Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to part 2 of the universal tree farm tutorial. In part 2 we're going to be building our log conveyors and our wither cages. So without further ado, let's go and start straight away. Now, let's see what side we should start on. Let's actually start right over here. This is the easiest side. So we're gonna start right next to this bottom piston right over here and put observers going all the way up to the highest piece of slime, and then we're gonna put observers like this. We're gonna add a row of normal blocks, sticky, what am I saying? Just normal pistons like that. Then we're gonna go out by one block, put a normal piston facing downwards, and put two more diagonally down, just like this. Gonna have two blocks back here, and then we're gonna place 6 pistons like this. Now we're going to do the same thing starting from the bottom off, so we're going to have 3 normal pistons facing upwards like that, and that should be the piston configuration for the first part. Now we're going to put observers facing downwards and observers facing upwards. We'll have a sticky piston with a block on its face right there. We'll have 2 blocks. Put redstone on these 3 blocks. Then down here we got redstone right over here against these blocks, just like that, and then we will have a normal piston like that, and that will be this side of the farm already completed. Now right here we're gonna go out by 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. Gonna put a block backwards back here, put a piston, leave a gap, and put another piston like that. Now we can remove these scaffolding blocks like this. We're gonna extend this up again to the height of the farm, which is 8 pistons in total, just like this. Then we're gonna take an output from right here diagonally down. We're gonna have another observer facing this direction and a block in front. Now we're gonna put a block, every other block going up, put redstone dust in front of it. I do apologize for the background noise. I do not know what's going on right now. But we're gonna have a glass staircase like this. And also put redstone dust on all of these. And then we just simply take an output, we lead it around like this, and there we go. Now once we place a block, you can see that all of our pistons do extend. And we're going to count that by 7 blocks from starting from this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to have a gap and our first piston facing in. We're also going to have a piston right over there. And we extend this upwards, and this one as well. Now we're going to have another piston, row of pistons right over there, just like that. Now the way we're going to be powering this is pretty much identical to the way we powered the ones on the other side. So we're going to have a row that will take output from the moving blocks, moving logs in front of it. Then we'll extend this upwards. Right here we're going to do the same thing. I did remove that on accident. And right here we're going to do the same thing for this piston. There we go. Now right here the log conveyor is identical to the one we have over there on that side. So we got 3 blocks diagonally down, 6 in the back, and 3 diagonally up. Can remove that. Now we're gonna have to once again place our observers facing downwards and our observers facing upwards. Place a sticky piston with a block in front. Place 2 blocks like this. Redstone dust on these 3. Place 3 blocks like that. And put a normal piston right over there. For this one, it's a little bit different, but not really. So we're gonna go out by 1, 2, 3. Then we're gonna have our first piston downwards. Also gonna have 3 pistons downwards, like this. And now we're gonna have 8 pistons in the back instead of 6. So instead of just these 3, we're gonna have an extra one here on this side, just like this. And now we're gonna have to do the same thing with our pistons at the bottom. Okay, something like this. Now powering these will be close to the way we power the other ones, so we're gonna have once again our observers facing downwards, observers facing upwards. At the bottom, once again, we're gonna have a sticky piston with a block in front of it, and we're also gonna have an extra piston right there. Now we will just connect it up like this, and also put redstone dust on that piston. Now down here, we are going to have redstone on all of these. Put a sticky piston with a block, and that should be this part done. So now we will be putting in our wither cages, so let's go ahead and do that right now. Alright, now before we build our wither cages, I want to ask everyone that's building this on survival, please, but I mean please, make backups of your world, so if you misplace a bedrock block, that it will not mess everything up, or because breaking bedrock is a pain. And so I would highly recommend that you make several backups before actually starting this process. So right over here, we're gonna come out with from this piston by 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, and add ourselves our first bedrock block. Now right over here, we're gonna go out by 1, 2, 3, 4 on that piston, and also add our first bedrock block, just like that. We're gonna add 2 blocks, normal blocks like that. Gonna go around with our bedrock, and we're gonna do the same thing up here. We can remove these 2 blocks now, and we'll have 1 block right there. Now we're going to be spawning the wither in, and this is also a directional thing to spawn them in. So if you have built, if you did build the my tree farm in the direction as I explained in part 1, then you can just simply build on this side. If you have not, then you have to make sure you're looking to the east side of your farm, of your wither cages, to start building out this formation. So we're gonna go out by 4 blocks like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then put 2 on the side. Place these 2 blocks here, and we spawn our wither in. Now you gotta watch carefully, because most likely it will probably break one of these pistons. Yeah, I figured it would break. It broke that piston, and it also broke those 2 redstone dusts. So make sure you check that it doesn't break anything, and replace if it does break. Now we're gonna reinforce this, because now it's not 100% safe. So we're gonna add blocks like that on every single direction. And also in the corner, like that. No, I'm not an expert when it comes to withers, and I haven't done a lot of testing around withers. All I know is that most people in the redstone community use this gauge, and everyone has claimed that it is 100% survival proof. So that is why I'm using this one as well. Now right over here, we do the exact same thing. We're gonna be spawning him in also with the same direction. Can remove all of this. And oh, first of all, check if it doesn't break. It will most likely break a piston. There we go. That's all it broke this time. And we're gonna just do the exact same thing as we did on the other wither cage. Like this. And right over here as well. Like that. So now you have two withers that are safely contained. Now I'll quickly grab all the materials I'll need for our snowball systems, and I'll be right back with you guys. I'm gonna need some extra bedrock to make some extra things on the outside right here. Now we're gonna have a dispenser right over here, and I'm going to need some scaffolding blocks to stand on. So quickly grab that. I will place 3 hoppers like that, a piston right there. We're gonna encase this in glass. We're gonna put that one right over there. Now diagonally down from this piston, we're gonna have a sticky piston with an observer facing inward. Now this is where we place some extra what's it called, bedrock, and for that I will actually just grab some normal blocks as well. So in front of these pistons, I'm going to be placing the formation of the actual pistons, so 4 blocks right over here, and then I believe it is am I mistaken? Yeah, I am. Right, to make it a little bit easier for the next couple of steps, we're gonna be placing some temporarily blocks right there and right there. Actually right over there. We can remove that. Place those temporarily blocks. We're gonna just put some extra bedrock blocks. Because the wither basically breaks in a 4x4 formation, so I'm gonna go around that 4x4 formation with another extra layer of protecting bedrock, just like this. Now we can also go ahead and start spawning in our snow golems, so we're gonna do that right now. Then we also need a redstone block and another glass pane. We're gonna extend this piston. Put an extra glass pane right there. We can de-extend that. And we can now add some more blocks here on top of our snow golem. That way nothing can ever get to him. We're gonna go grab ourselves some packed ice. And we're gonna put a floor right below the 4x4. Something like this. Now we're just gonna fill in the rest with glass. Make sure you have a gap right over here. And also a gap right over here, because we're still going to need an extra piston right about there, and then we can fill in that block for now. Alright, next up what we're gonna do is the bottom lock conveyor into the wither cage, and I will need some of that. So this is where your bottom lock will be. Now if you tried your farm before, there probably is going to be some blocks right over here, so I'm just gonna go out all the way back here to the point where we're right below that piston. And we're gonna add a piston in this direction, a piston facing upwards. We can remove these. We don't necessarily have to remove them, but you can. And then we add 2 observers like this, 2 observers like that, and 2 observers like that, and that should do the trick. Now we just need some buttons and some water, and then we can finally say that we are finished with this one. So I'm gonna grab our buckets and place them at the back right over there, and this one is pretty much done. Now all we need to do is still like hook everything up, which I will do as one of the last parts. Now first we're gonna do this wither cage, so let's go and continue. Alright, for this one we're gonna literally copy exactly what we did over there. So we're gonna have our dispenser, we're gonna have some hoppers coming out of the back like this. We can remove these scaffolding blocks. We're gonna have a normal piston. We're gonna encase all of this in glass. Put ourselves a glass pane right up there. And then a sticky piston with an observer just like that. Now once again we're gonna place some temporary blocks here just like this, and then the rest of the 4x4 we will be filling out with some more bedrock, so that will go like this, just like that. Now once again we're going to be adding our ice, so I'm gonna need some buttons, some glass, some ice. I'm gonna add our 4x4 floor here at the bottom. And once again we're just gonna be adding glass, making sure that the water does not go anywhere. Now again, again, I mean, I haven't really said this, but this extra border that I do at the bottom is like, it's personal preference. As I said, I'm no expert on when it comes to withers, so I really don't know their exact mechanics, but I just do it just in case, you know. Um, but you don't really have to do that. You can, it's totally up to you. You can just use normal blocks, but I use Bedrock just in case. Uh, then we have our buttons. We need ourselves another bucket with 4 sources there in the back, and then we just need to spawn in our snow golem. We need to push him over. Put a glass paint, put 2 glass blocks on his head, and we can de-extend that, and that should be this part done. So what's left for today, for this part of the tutorial, is just wiring everything up, which should be really simple. So all here we're gonna take an output from right down there. We're gonna put a block in front of it, a block down low, and a block up again. We're gonna have a redstone dust right there, a sticky piston with slime blocks going all the way up to right about there. We're gonna have a redstone block on that side, a redstone block right here, and we're gonna put a block right there with redstone dust on top of it, and that should activate this part. There we go. Now for this side, we're gonna go ahead and put a block right there, go down by a block, put a redstone dust, go back here, like that. You can block that off. We're gonna go up here by 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. Put redstone dust on all of these, put a piston right there. Once again, put slime blocks going up to this level, and put redstone blocks here on the inside. Just like this. We're gonna put a block right there with redstone dust, and a block right over here with redstone dust. Now we'll also be adding a block right there and a sticky piston. which will cut off the signal because this is only needed when we're farming acacia and sometimes when we're farming oak, which I will explain, which I explained in the beginning of this video. So that is that. Now let's go right over here. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. We're gonna have 4 1-ticked delayed repeaters like this. Put 2 redstone dust into this block. Sticky piston. Again, slime blocks going up like this. Put redstone blocks just like that. Redstone dust right here. And a redstone dust right here. A redstone block right over there as well. And then we put some blocks just like this, connecting our snowman system. Right here we go down by another 5 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into this block, put redstone dust on all of these. Sticky piston. And a 4 slime blocks and a redstone block. Now we need a terracotta block. We put it right there, and we put redstone dust on top of that, and that is everything done for today's part of the tutorial. So with that being said, I do hope you guys are still being able to follow. If there are any questions, anything that I explained unclearly, let me know in the comment section down below. I will probably make some extra explanation videos if you guys want me to. And I'll just upload them in private and link them down below in the video. So definitely ask me if there's something wrong or something like that, so I can help you guys out. With that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you have not already. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. It's your boy Silent, and